Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to episode number 90 of the Road to Glory. That's it, the big 90. Jesus. 90% of the way there to our big 100 episodes. That's kind of crazy, to be honest. Yeah, it really is. So you guys know what my team is looking like. If you watched the last episode, you're going to know that I sold Neymar and I sold Bale and I invested like a few 100,000 coins into some like potential investments, you know, like 83 rated players, 84 rated players. I also then went out and spent a bit more, and I bid like, I think it was like bidding 17k on some Verrattis and on some Pjanic's. Now, this was all before like FUTMAS dropped, and since FUTMAS has dropped, I think player prices have genuinely come down, which is worrying, I'm not going to lie. Over half of my coin tally is now invested, so we could be turning that million coins into like 700,000 or something. I don't know. I'll probably end up losing money. But it's only day one of FUTMAS, right? Like when the next lot of stuff comes out, you never know who's going to be required. So there'll be some big player somewhere down the line, or with maybe one of the icon SBCs that comes out or something. That means that I'll probably make some money on them eventually. I'll probably hold on to them until I can make a bit of money. And if they go down so much that I'm losing out, then I'll just sell them if they ever get to a point where I'm kind of breaking even. So we'll see what happens, right? But today is not going to be about FUTMAS. This was recorded just before FUTMAS, and it's going to be like little SBC here and there, or a little pack here and there, going into my first 3 weekend league games, and then the next episode, which you'll either see later on today or tomorrow early on. Like, I've got so much content on my computer that I'm trying to get out to you guys. It's just all about scheduling and timing and stuff. We'll figure it out. Yeah, you've probably got an overload of content coming this weekend, so I do hope you're ready and raring for that. Now, Weekend League is upon us. Now, I don't feel very ready for it this week. I don't know why. I don't feel like I say that every week as well, actually. But I'm kind of, I don't know, I just didn't feel very prepared. And it was like, I don't know. Anyway, it came to Friday afternoon, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to get my first 3 games done, because I do like to make a video about like my first 3 games and stuff in the Weekend League, see how we're getting on and stuff. And the very first game I match up against this, a very colourful team. He says he's the Pack King, and he says it's an untradeable team, which, to be fair, could very well be. And if so, GG on like having a fairly solid like Road to Glory or like untradeable squad there. I suppose it doesn't have to be an RTG, does it, to have that? It could be anyone. But he was a goalkeeper mover, and fortunately for me, that the first shot I took just went the wrong side that I didn't want it to go. But he moved to block the finesse shot, so it went in the back of the net anyway. I was like, yeah, you know what, brilliant. But he equalised on me so very, very fast. It was unbelievable. So then I was worried. I didn't know how this game was going to go. And then, well, got a little bit offside there with Aubameyang. Firmino picks the ball up, plays it into Ousmane Dembele. I whip it back stick. But Salah's not there to quite get to it. I think I meant a fake shot there, to be honest, with Ousmane Dembele, but I kind of failed it. That 91 Toni Kroos, who I'm still debating. Like, I was still debating whether or not to get him. I don't think I'll ever really use him, so I think there might be a couple of hours left on the SBC as you're watching the video, maybe. But he goes ahead of me, so like I was 1-0 up. He's then turned this game around to go 2-1 up, and I'm like, damn it, I'm going to go into my first Weekend League match, and I'm going to come away with a loss, and I am going to be tilted, I'm going to be stressed out, annoyed, and I'm not going to want to play anymore. And then I hit the post with Mo Salah, which frustrated me even further. Picked the ball up with Bobby Firmino, 1-2s it with Salah, back into Aubameyang, and I'm not sure, I guess he's probably tried to move the goalkeeper there to block that shot, and that's why it goes in off of the goalkeeper, because I feel like the physics are terrible when you actually do move your goalkeeper. If they manage to block the shot, it's like the computer doesn't know where your goalkeeper really was, so it like bobbles off him and still goes in and stuff. I don't know. I feel like it almost hinders you more than helps you a lot of the time. So 2-2 at half time, very even game. This is literally it could go either way. I didn't know what the hell was going on, and then he scores that with Lozano. A substitute Lozano comes on, and like I've blocked the shot from him, but it still manages to go in, and that annoyed me. So it was time to go full on, try hard. Let's do our very best to get back into this game, and it is my main man Pato, my main substitute Pato that comes on and scores the goal. Kante then plays into Pato, and that's a finish from Aubameyang right there. Take it past him that was really quick to turn that game around, actually, to go from losing to winning. But then I'm pretty sure this is a kickoff goal where, to be fair, like the shot doesn't go in, but I am expecting so much more from my defenders there to block that header from Royce, to make sure Royce doesn't jump up in the air and head that. So that he can't get back into the game. But it's 4-4 right now. Nice scoop turn past the goalkeeper, or past the defender, and the goalkeeper moves to literally give me an open goal. And I've done that countless times, so I know how frustrating it is. But this game has not been helped by this guy moving his goalkeeper. If anything, it's made me score easier goals where I might not have scored before. So Lozano equalises, because that's what Lozano does. He's incredibly good. And then some great agility and a couple of La Croquetas from Ousmane Dembele leads me to get a penalty in the 83rd minute, which Pato dispatches nicely to give me a 6-5 victory, I'm pretty sure, in this game. Managed to hold out, get the win, and from 3 total attempts, Pato manages to score a hat-trick after playing for about 30 minutes. So, yeah, what a beast. I love the man. So we come away with a win, actually, in our very first game, which I wasn't quite expecting. Now, I have mentioned to you guys about how many likes I think we should be getting now. From like the 14th, I said if we get 1,400, that would be sweet. Today's the 15th. Think we can get 1,500 likes today? It's going to be a big target every single day from now on up until Christmas. But if you can, do me a favour and smash that thumbs up button. Your target is 1,500 today. Thank you so much in advance. Any of you that are still showing love on the series, I truly appreciate it. I really do. Second game we're into now. I'm not going to lie. Went into this game super freaking cocky. Super confident, overconfident that I was going to win, because I saw he had like non-rare gold right back. The team just doesn't look that insane. Like it's not at the standard of normal weekend league squads and stuff. But this guy knew how to play FIFA, knew how to move the ball around, knew how to manually move his defenders and block most of my shots and really not give me an edge into this game. Apart from when he rolled it out to me there and I fluffed it and didn't take the easiest chance I've had in this friggin' match. Madness. But I couldn't score. I just could not get a goal against this guy. Something about him, he was a good player, and I genuinely was worried at half-time after being so cocky at the start of the game. I was in Discord talking to my mates, and I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm losing this one. He's got a Zappa Costa at right back. But, yeah, just goes to show you that it's more about the player than the team. I know team advantage is a huge thing, but this guy was solid, and he actually gets the first goal, and I'm like, oh no, I was so overconfident. I'm gonna lose this match, and that's gonna really send me on tilt, because I don't. To be honest, I can notice when I'm playing someone who's better than me. I wouldn't say this guy was better than me. He was just managing to keep up with me. And considering I had team advantage, maybe I am saying that he was better than me. I don't know. But anyway, what happened was I turned on high press. So the one on the D-pad that you can move on. So I kept my team as it was, but I just put on high pressure or whatever. Or team press, I think it is. And he all of a sudden couldn't pass very well. I all of a sudden got every single little scrappy loose ball, and I turned the game around and went from being 1-0 down to, well, 3-1 up as you're watching this, and I think I might make it 4-1 in a moment as well. Pato, just La Croquetas, whips it into the box, and a good header from Aubameyang forces, well, I thought it was a corner, but I think I touched that out for a goal kick. Kante then plays it into Guilavogui to Aubameyang, Ousmane Dembele on the turn, who I moved to central cam a little bit. I literally use him exactly how I used Neymar, and I've been impressed with him so far, so that hasn't been a terrible signing, actually. I'm really happy about that, because it was worrying me. I was like, I didn't know whether or not he was going to live up to what Neymar does, and I'm guessing he kind of doesn't, but he's actually still hanging in there and getting quite good contributions for the club. More than most salaries at the moment, actually. So that says good things about him, I think. Next game, our third and final game, we come into a game against a guy with a bit of a hybrid team, but he's got that Brazilian trio up front of Firmino, Pato, Flashback, and in-form Talisca, who's someone which I think I last saw in like week 2 or something. I had never really come up against him anymore. But there was an opportunity there from Salah, which was a first-time finesse, which I hit green, and it went flying, which I guess is the new patch. Guys, they've patched me. They've patched my finesse shot. not as much as we all thought it would get patched, but there are opportunities now which I'm literally missing, which I would have scored beforehand. So I have been patched. My main method of goal scoring has been patched. However, I score one right there off of a yellow time. So yeah, they're kind of still there. It just depends on what angle. And if you guys have seen the pitch notes where well, I thought I scored that one actually. Have you seen the pitch notes where they do like 100 test shots, and you see the blue line is the ones which go in, and the red lines that skew off are the ones which obviously missed the goal. I guess that shot that I had with Salah in the first half there was just one of those ones which skewed off based on random error or whatever it is, whatever comes into play at that point. But I picked the ball up with Aubameyang right there, hit that one green timed, and that was obviously going to fly into the back of the net. And I think this leads to him rage quitting actually. Yeah, he does go. So our first 3 games has actually ended up and resulted in 3 wins. This one, which was a super easy match, the very first one, which was against a crazy team and actually was a difficult match that ended 6-5, and then a very difficult match against a good opponent with a terrible team that I eventually was able to crack and get a 4-1 victory. So, not sure where I stand really in this weekend league. I'm glad I've got the wins to begin with. You know, it's a good start. It's motivational to not get a loss in the first 3 games. Dembele, 5 goals and 4 assists in 7 games. So I'm really happy with that return. That's him getting involved and getting into that play. Now, Aubameyang has really slipped off and doesn't have anywhere near a 1 goal to game ratio anymore. I don't know why, but I guess now that we don't have Neymar and Bale, maybe Aubameyang comes into it a little bit more. Maybe he becomes the main goal scorer again. I guess we'll find out this weekend league, seeing if he can get closer to having that 1 goal per game ratio. But that is going to be today's episode, guys. So, like I said, this one's had nothing to do with FUTMAS. FUTMAS is obviously here and raring and ready to go. In the next one, I'm going to be spending some time getting that weekly objective for the Player of the Year or MLS, MVP, whatever he's classed as, Martinez, because he looks great. I'm also going to do at least 1 FUTMAS card SBC, someone that might link to one of our players, which could be useful in the future, and we'll see where we can go from there. So guys, do me a favour, hit that like target of 1,500 likes today. Thank you so much in advance. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely day out there, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.